Hey guys, today we're going to be checking out a video called TF2's Best Bad Weapon. This is video by El Maxo. We've already watched a few El Maxo videos here on the channel, and so far they've been really good, man. Just all around a great TF2 creator so far. Everything we watched has just been fantastic. So this should be really good, and thank you so much to you guys that have been liking and commenting and supporting the channel here lately. You guys are awesome, man. You've been killing it. Thank you. And with that being said, this is your first time stopping by the channel here. It'd be awesome you hit that sub button if you like reactions. Also do gameplay here, so that's your kind of vibe. Feel free to hit that sub button. So with all that being said, let's go and jump into it.
Fuck. Did you hear that? Yeah, that right there was a double donk, aka a pure fucking dopamine rush.
Oh.
Yeah, this loose cannon thing, it's pretty fun.
Ooh, is that Pokemon
the
music?
Loose cannon's whole shtick is that it swaps out boring grenades for much more awesome cannonballs, which interact with your enemies a bit differently, but who actually cares? It's just two things you need to know about.
And I haven't played with this weapon just yet, but I have been told by a few people that I really need to give this a shot.
Number one, they knock you around all over the place, and number two, sometimes they hit a thing called a double donk. You know. Yeah, I got a lot more clips like that, so you're just gonna have to bear with me through the double donks. This means the loose cannon can dish out some pretty fatty damage, because when those cannonballs hit just right and explode just after impacting your enemy, it gets the good old dopamine receptors pumping out a bit of juice, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Seriously though, there is just nothing more satisfying than some overzealous scout running at you ready to hit that 105 damage scattergun shot so they can put you in their little montage until... Oh, what are we... Yeah, so that's a noob down. And look, I get that some Div 4 demo man just saw that.
Oh my god, dude, look at the amount of damage he's doing right there, though. Like, I see it. Did you see the damage numbers that were popping up?
Thought to themselves, bro.
And let me know if you play, just let me know, do you use a loose cannon here? Like, is this something that you liked? Or maybe you're an OG player that's been playing for a long time. Maybe the loose cannon was better back in the day than it is now. I don't know, but let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below.
The Iron Bomber is so much better, yo. It actually has a bigger hitbox and stock, and it's way more consistent than the loose cannon.
Well, guess what? I don't care. I know this is the worst primary for them. I mean, Jesus, you could probably argue the base jumper has better moments than this thing. But do you know what it can't do? And along with actually, do you know what stock the Iron Bomber and the Lock and Load also can't do? Yeah, that's right. No double donking, which means no
double donking,
which means sadness.
Sadness.
But right, okay, we get it, El Maxo. This thing can double donk, alright. What else is it capable of? I am glad you asked, astute viewer in the audience, because yes, it does have a few other tricks up its barrel. Like up its barrel, up its sleeve, a few tricks up your sleeve. Do you get it?
I was about to say, so far, for the most part, with all the other El Maxo videos we watched, the humor has been on point. I've agreed with every one of them, but that one...
Because of the way the loose cannon charges up its attacks, it also allows for some pretty awesome explosive jumping, which is similar to that of the Beggar's Bazooka, as you essentially overload, or in this case overcharge your cannonballs so that it explodes behind you and sends you flying. This allows for some pretty stupid shit to occur, as you can essentially ignore your responsibilities as a power class and become a fully fledged de facto spy who can one-shot the backline. Now, to maximize this bullshittery, I like to take the Tide Turner in conjunction with the bottle, because that thing random crits like nothing else, which makes killing oblivious enemies a bunch easier. Now, is this strategy effective, I hear you ask? And, well, that's a pretty loaded term. I mean, is it fun? Absolutely. Are you mobile as all hell? For sure. Are you
I was about to say, when the title said Best Bad Weapon, I kind of assumed it was just going to be like, don't use this weapon, but if you're going to use something close to it, just use this one, because it's not as bad as the rest of them. So this was already a little bit different than I thought it was going to be.
Any utility to your team whatsoever. It's debatable.
It's debatable. Oh,
so bad at this game
oh
sometimes.
No.
Just like the loose cannon is a downgrade from your other options, you could argue that bombing into your enemies, which puts you down to like 100 health, with an empty bottle of Scrumpy is also a slight downgrade to Demo's traditional playstyle. But I say go where your heart tells you, and for me, that's straight to the backline. Because the loose cannon has that whole doinking mechanism which knocks enemies back, it becomes a good tool for denying enemy ubers. Even though you may be invulnerable to damage, doesn't mean you can escape the power of the donk, which still has the ability to launch enemies backwards while uber charged. You pretty much function like a little pyro with a ranged version of air blast, and whilst it definitely doesn't push them back as far, I found that the loose cannon can come in pretty clutch at delaying some heavy medic combo from reaching your team, which means their uber is shorter and less effective, and that's pretty good in my books. It has honestly saved my own ass, along with my team's collective ass, a fair few times, as when you backpedal and continue to knock them away, it stops lying like a heavy from mowing your entire team down. I actually had a sort of epiphany as I began writing down more and more of these fun elements to the loose cannon, and that's that they are often very niche, very funny, but also very useless. Like take for example this next section about juggling your enemies. You shoot the ball at them, they go wee, and you make them fall to their death. It's definitely niche, I mean it rarely happens, it's very fun.
I'll say, it's actually kind of showing me that this weapon isn't that bad. Like, I'm sure there's way better weapons than this, you know, I know it's probably not going to be the #1 weapon or anything, but first of all, this shot right here that we got it paused on, with the rockets going right up to that scout, that's sick. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's like a terrible weapon by any means. I was kind of assuming this video was going to be like dogging it out mostly and talking about how we really shouldn't be trying to use it, but this hasn't been bad at all.
That part really needs explaining.
Like, I'm sure it's not the
extremely
best,
useless
obviously.
and impractical. But that's the loose cannon at its core. So rather than going on to the downsides of the weapon and actually analyzing it like I initially intended to, I realized, no, this is the funny gun. It doesn't have to be good, because to be honest, the worse it is, the funnier it gets. So I actually implore you to stop pub stomping with the Iron Bomber for just a round or two, and give this thing a whirl, because I actually don't think any other weapon has consistently made me laugh more than this thing has while I was recording.
Okay,
This video's
I'm gonna
been
have to give it a try.
all over the place, but I think I communicated the main message I wanted to in the end. So anyway, check out my Discord if you're into that type of thing, and if not, I'll see you in another video.
Oh man, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to try it out because it didn't look that bad. Like, obviously there's other better options, but it didn't look too terrible. So let me know what your thoughts about it are in the comments down below. I would love to hear them, man. And if you haven't already, if you enjoyed this video, hey, it'd be awesome to hit that like button, man. It really helps out the channel. Not only let me know if you guys want to continue to see my reactions to that type of video or that creator or anything like that, but it also lets new people see the channel, which is great. Build the community here. It's awesome. So that's all I got for you, man. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next video. And do not forget, it's Orc Army for life.